The United Nations, the European Union and other world powers have expressed alarm over the Turkish plan, warning that any military action could aggravate the suffering of the Syrians. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker urged Turkey to halt its military operation. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg expects Turkey to act with restraint and to ensure that any action is proportionate and measured. Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison has also expressed deep concern about Turkey's actions in Syria. He also stressed that it would undermine the region's security and the battle against ISIL. The UAE also condemned Turkey's action in a statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It was described as the action that's a dangerous development and an unacceptable aggression against the sovereignty of a brotherly Arab state. Egypt's foreign ministry also condemned the offensive as a blatant and unacceptable attack on the sovereignty of a brotherly Arab state. Iraqi President Barham Salih called Turkey's incursion a grave escalation. British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said that he had serious concerns about the unilateral military action that Turkey has taken. U.S. President Donald Trump also stressed that Turkey's air assault was a bad idea and was not backed by the U.S. Germany's Foreign Minister Heiko Maas has also urged Turkey to end the operation. France's Foreign Minister said that the offensive is jeopardizing the anti-Islamic State coalition's security and humanitarian efforts. Italy's Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte also said that the operation risked destabilizing the region and harming civilians. While the world is condemning Turkey for the offensive, Pakistan has said that it appreciates Turkey's efforts. Addressing a press conference, Pakistan's foreign ministry said that it supports Turkey's positive role.
The region, like Pakistan, Turkey has also been a victim of terrorism. Pakistan has been and continues to support the territorial integrity of Syria and expresses the hope that a political solution to the Syrian conflict will be reached at the earliest that takes into account concerns of all regional stakeholders and parties to the conflict.
After facing a wave of criticism, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan hit out at the country's condemning the offensive and has come to defense of the Syrian incursion. Erdogan says that more than 100 terrorists Europe, 3.6 million refugees.
Kendinize gelin. Bak yine söylüyorum. Bizim şu andaki operasyonumuzu bir işgal hareketi diye nitelendirmeye çalışırsanız işimiz kolay. Kapıları açarız. 3,6 milyon mülteciyi sizlere göndeririz. Harekat başladığı saatten şu ana kadar Türkiye'nin yaptığı diğer operasyonlar gibi Barış Pınarı'nın da amacı Suriye'nin toprak bütünlüğüne ve siyasi birliğine katkıda bulunmaktır.
And now we have our correspondent Nick Harper joining us live from New York for more on that big story that we're tracking at WION Dispatch. Nick, talk to us. I want to understand what exactly is going on in the U.S. at this point in time, because we've seen worldwide condemnation.
Clear his direction at this time. And of course, that green lighting of this operation by Turkey, by the president about 4 days ago, essentially went against the collective wisdom of his intelligence chiefs and of security members within the Pentagon. Since then, he has come out and condemned this incursion, this offensive by the Turkish government, saying that it's something that the US does not support. So there does seem to be this slight change of direction by the US president. It has left many of his military chiefs really uncertain exactly where he's aiming, and it has left much of the world scratching their heads about exactly what the intentions of the US president are when it comes to both his foreign policy but also how he deals with countries like Turkey over the issue of Syria.
Right, Nick, I also wanted to ask you, where do you see things progressing from here on? Because it is a ticking time bomb at this point in time. Turkey is saying things are going as per plan, and then, the Kurds don't have too much time left on them.
No, exactly. Here in New York during the course of today, we will be having a United Nations Security Council meeting. That will be the big event happening at the UN today, but it's happening behind closed doors. It's a meeting that the European countries on the Security Council, so Poland, Belgium, Germany, France, the UK, called. They've asked all of the members of the Council, 15 of them in total, to get together, really to say to Turkey, the international community is watching, to pressure them in terms of their humanitarian and international humanitarian law responsibilities. We're not expecting any concrete action to come out of this meeting, but we are likely to hear from some of those European ambassadors after the meeting who are likely to express their condemnation and their worry about what happens